Johnny Vega into the box. Johnny, go, 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 go.
It's time for live coverage of spring sports here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air, and Gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Inland Northwest Honda Dealers, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Now it's time for live sports here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Leads it 1-0. Well, good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome to Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl along with Thomas Bass. I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Hey, get some fun. We didn't get to do it last year. We're back again this year and looking forward to some lacrosse tonight as Wenatchee plays host to Chiawana. Thomas, I'm not going to ask you about the opposing team. I want to ask you about Wenatchee. You're a former player. You've been coaching in this program as well. Talk about this program and where it sits here just shortly into the season.
Yeah, well, I've been coaching here or playing for the last 15 years. Been here for basically every step as best I could. We've got head coach Brandon Parker, who's getting all these guys that I send up to him from the 7th, 8th grade level ready to play varsity. I would be excited about, obviously, our senior play on the Wenatchee side. Cadell, obviously, huge impact, huge gameplay, big gameplay kind of guy. We also have a few more freshmen who are willing to get some reps, and I'm excited to see how they play out.
I know Chiawana has kind of had a rough start. They're 2-2 on the season. They got a small roster, so we expect to see. The good news is for Coach Parker and everybody else, probably a lot of guys getting playing time tonight for Wenatchee.
Well, we would hope so, absolutely. The big thing, what Chiawana needs to do with low numbers is play make it, take it. This game is not like basketball. You score a basket, you have to give it back to the other team. That's not how this works. You score a goal, it goes back to the face-off line, and you can take that ball, right? If you dominate the face-off and score after every one, you don't even need a goalie. So that's what I would be doing for Chiawana if they've got low numbers.
Now, looking at their numbers, they've got a couple of players that are doing most of the scoring for them. Such is also the case for Wenatchee. You got KJ Gilman, who's just fantastic. You've got Mathena out there as well, and those seem to be the two straws that stir the drink for Wenatchee.
Well, it's a good give and take. There are a few other attackmen who would want to get more involved. They've dealt with some injuries and some time off issues. But yeah, that's usually the way it goes. There's a midfielder who feeds to the attack, and there's an attackman who feeds to the midfielder. If you got a double one, the other one's open.
Well, we're going to talk to the coach about this matchup as we continue here on the pregame show. It's Wenatchee and Chiawana coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel, getting a chance to talk to Brandon Parker, who I missed last year. I actually missed you.
Well, I missed you too. I've been worried about you, and I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad we're here doing this again together.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And hello, everybody who might be watching all over the world on our Facebook feed. Well, talk about the season so far, off to a 3-2 start. You've played a couple of really good matches so far, and as you come in to take on Chiawana tonight, how are you guys doing?
I feel really good about tonight. This is the first game where I think we have all of our players. Nice. Not everybody is injured. We've had a few big injuries, and each game has had something, but tonight I feel like we've got a full strength, and we should do really well. The two teams that beat us are good teams. We've played our best. Always can improve on something, and hopefully tonight will be the start of the rest of the season, getting better and keeping people healthy, and I'm looking forward to a good game.
And I see you've got a youngster you're going to put in goal tonight to start the match against Chiawana, and that's exciting for you to get two guys to get in goal and get that good experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So Connor is going to start. He's a sophomore. He works really hard. He's constantly at every practice, wants to get better, and he's going to get a shot tonight at a start, and I'm excited for him, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, best of luck here tonight. Keep everybody healthy is the most important thing.
Absolutely, and also I'm really happy to be playing Chiawana. I love their head coach, Vaughn. He's a great guy. This is always a great matchup. I'm real proud of their program and everything he's done for them. So to me, this is a friendship with their coach, and it'll be a great game, and it's nice to be at home, and thank you very much.
You bet. You bet. We'll come back, get to the lineups, and get to the first face-off. It's lacrosse tonight as Wenatchee hosts Chiawana here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
And welcome back once again here to Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. We've had absolutely splendid weather for the past week, but we do have a system moving in. It is definitely cooler here in Wenatchee, and we're going to be okay and dry for lacrosse here tonight. Along with Thomas Bass, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'd like to thank our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. Also, thanks to our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Well, out on the field right now, we've got our officials for tonight's contest. Brian Walker is the head referee, and the field judge is Mike Graves. We've got Chiawana from down in the Tri-Cities. They're home in Pasco. And, in fact, all of these players, except for maybe a couple, attend Chiawana High School. For the Wenatchee lacrosse program, well, it's pick and choose from a bunch of area high schools, including Wenatchee, Eastmont majorly, but there's also a few Cashmere sprinkled in as well. So Chiawana has the trimmed in white, and Wenatchee with the white trimmed in black, and thank goodness that's announcer friendly for old eyes here in the booth. Let's take a look at the lineups as they do the face-off here and get ready for our face-off tonight. First of all, for Wenatchee, the home team, it'll be Cadell Velasquez, who will be a long stick out there on defense for Wenatchee. He'll be out there along with Andrew Mathena, who will be on the defensive side. And Mathena has a few ground balls to his credit here so far this season. We'll talk more about and kind of give you the 1-2 here from Thomas as we get going, if you're not familiar with the rules and regulations as far as lacrosse is concerned. Armando Farias is another starter. He's a senior. He's on defense, and he's got 14 ground balls. So you look for him to be getting after it here tonight and throughout tonight's contest. Jacob Harrisek is a starter as well. He's a junior defenseman. Also getting the start here for Coach Brandon Parker tonight. You've got Owen Gray. Larson, Stowe McInnes, Kenny Gilman, or KJ, Theron Sorum, and then, as Coach mentioned, it'll be Connor Cass, the sophomore, in goal for tonight for the Wenatchee squad. Meanwhile, for Chiawana, they don't have a lot of numbers, but they're going to put up a good test here tonight. Their head coach is Vaughn Ostler. Getting the start will be Ronaldo Ramirez, along with Gavin Misek, Zachary Thomas, Cooper Gunsenhorn, also Brooks Zarro, Max Raymaker, Nathan Waller, Noah Waller, Ashton Stevenson, and Alec Thomas. So those are the lineups. You'll see some changing on the fly. You'll see some of the players for both teams that can only go up to as far as the 50-yard line here at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, and we'll get Thomas Bass to get us more on that. First of all, here's the face-off for both clubs. Is swept Wenatchee's way, and Wenatchee will get it, as coming up with the ball for Wenatchee is Cadell Velasquez. And you've got only so many seconds. How many seconds to get it inside the box before you can start your offense, Thomas?
You have 30 seconds to get it inside the box. That is, once one of your players is on the other side of the field, as in the other side of the 50, if they are on defense, they pick up the ball, they have 30 seconds to get it to the other side of the field, to the other 30-yard line, and get a touch. As you can see, Wenatchee is getting their feet inside of the box right now. There is no stall clock. There is no warning for them because they've already established their offense.
All right, they'll work it back around behind the goal here. And that's this is a combination of basketball and hockey and soccer all at the same time. And a ball loose out front, and Chiawana's going to come away with a good defense there near the crease for the visitors.
Wenatchee trying to get a ride right here as they are trying, or Chiawana is trying to move the ball up the field. The attack is performing what's called a ride, a defensive clearing situation. Right there, the ride is successful. They're able to pressure the defense to make a bad pass, going back the other way, Wenatchee.
So the ball goes out of bounds, and when it's on the side, if you touch it last, it goes to the other team. When it's a shot, though, past the goal, that's a whole nother situation. So we'll watch Wenatchee here and see if they do get a shot this time down the field as they work it out front on the perimeter. Looks like Evan Mathena. And you'll see also players that come in and come out as the ball transgresses the 50-yard line. So we'll talk more about those substitutions on the fly, similar to hockey. Here's a shot by Mathena and a good block in goal for Chiawana.
Wenatchee's going to set up their ride. They're going to have their attackmen pressuring the defense as they're trying to move the ball up. And as you can see right there, they're getting a little confrontation there. Oh, got to pick up your stick.
And we get a whistle from the far side.
Okay, going the other direction. It's going to be a loose ball push or playing without the cross. Game moves on. Guy was playing with his stick on the ground. Going the other way.
All right, so Chiawana, they'll get their foot in the box, and now they can run their offense as they work it over on the left side. And again, we've got a brand new camera crew working here lacrosse for the very first time. So apologies if we lose the ball because it's a hard one to follow. And a turnover here for Chiawana. Wenatchee in transition. And a nice job by Jacob Harrisek to pick up the loose ball and get it back on the offensive end here for Wenatchee. Still looking for, well, I guess they did get one shot the last time down. Into the match comes Jaron Larson. He'll work over on the left side as Wenatchee works it on the perimeter. With the ball with Sorum. He'll come outside to Larson. They'll go around top with it, and that's Graves. Graves will make the attack and then go with a pass, and they'll go back behind the goal. Being pestered back there is KJ Gilman. He'll swing around and had an opening, but he just couldn't quite get the shot away.
He'll remember that one in the morning, man. He should have. It was a contested shot, but he had good angle and should have at least given the goalie a challenge there. He'll remember that one.
Gilman coming in is, we mentioned, has been the leading goal scorer for Wenatchee. 15 goals on the season in just 5 games so far. That's pretty good offensive production for sure.
That's what you'd expect out of one of your senior leaders.
Evan Mathena works the ball out top inside the 30-yard line as we look at it here at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. We'll use those references because watching it on the camera, that's probably what you'll see more often than anything else. As they work it back around behind, it'll come up to McInnes, one of 2 McInnes brothers playing here for Wenatchee. They'll swing it out back again. And again, kind of reverse basketball with a point guard behind the goal. Now he'll come and spin looking for a crease but can't find an opening, so they'll bring it back out top to Mathena. That was Sorm that was working the ball behind the net. Now they come in close and a shot in tight, and it will go out of bounds. And there, Thomas, explain how that works when you got a shot on goal.
So here's the deal. When you make a pass and it goes out of bounds, it is the other team's ball. Whoever touched it last rolls out of bounds as a pass or as a tipped something, then it's just the other team's ball. On a shot, it has to do with who is closest to the ball. As you can see, normally in an offense, you have an offensive player set up behind the goal, specifically to retain that shot. It might as well be a pass, but it's up to the referee to decide if it's a pass or a shot.
So with the shot past the goal, then you're going to see scrambling bodies go towards the end line here, and closest to the end line when the ball crosses, that means that ball retained by that player's team. So a little scrum out front here, and didn't know if that was a shot. I guess they're going to say it was a shot, and closest is Chiawana, so they'll maintain possession. Back behind the goal was Ramirez as they'll work it around the perimeter.
Right now is when you want to see Chiawana slow it down. Chiawana short on numbers, and it looks like they're going to have to deal with possession game. Also, they have to deal with Cadell up top, as you can see.
There's a shot and a goal. First of the game comes at the 7-minute mark here in the first period. And I believe what the goal was Brooks Zarro. And he's their leading goal scorer. 17 goals coming in, make it 18 as he gets the first tally.
Honestly, I'm surprised. Cadell is a heck of a defender. That guy made one move, made one shot, one little quick step right between the goalie's legs. Great move. Nothing you can do against it. Just elite player versus elite player.
So Chiawana with the early lead here over Wenatchee. And small in numbers, but mighty in heart, we'll say Chiawana on the road tonight.
That is exactly how you want to start this game. Wenatchee is going to control possession of this. Chiawana has to take their advantages when they can get them.
And it was Zarro who just scored the goal that was in the face-off circle for Chiawana. But Wenatchee comes up with the ball, and they'll get on the offensive set. Does a nice job of retreating to collect that ball. They'll get it inside the box, and now just taking it all the way, and the shot in, score! Wenatchee goal for Stowe McInnes. That'll be his 5th on the season.
Great move by a great player. Yet again, nobody in the middle to help. He saw it, recognized it. Normally you want to slow it down, set up the offense. Defense was not ready. He drove right to the middle with little to none restriction or contest.
So a great aggressive move there by McInnes for Wenatchee. And we should mention that Stowe's just a sophomore, so love to see a youngster like that come through.
Well, he's still not that great. We'll still see how he goes. All right. Now, a lot of these players, all these freshmen and sophomores I've had in 7th, 8th grade, a lot of these juniors and seniors I've had at various points in their careers as well.
That was Caden Ruiz out there in the face-off circle for Wenatchee as Chiawana had it, but still nobody possessing. Now it will be Chiawana that comes up with the ball as Zachary Thomas will get pestered with it. Now he'll break free. Look out. And now he's bumped hard, goes to the ground, and the officials say play on.
Yeah, so the reason the official didn't throw a flag there, that player was not checked in the back. If you have the ball, you can check above the waist, below the neck, not in the back. But that player was pushed in the side during an athletic movement and landed on his back.
So a good play defensively by Andrew Mathena there. Good stop out front as the shot was taken by Chiawana. Ball bounding around on the rebound. And it will be picked up, or will it go out of bounds? Let's see. Nope, they are going to say that there was a foul on the play and a push. And so this will be a penalty against Wenatchee. And similar to hockey, you have the penalty box.
Yes, so this would be a 30-second technical foul. It was illegal to check, as we were just discussing. Getting checked in the back is not allowed. But if you are checked in the back and you retain possession, the referees will let you continue the play as if it was a man-up opportunity. You get a free shot on cage. If the ball goes in the goal, goal is in, flag is waved off. If you do not retain possession for some reason, we reset 30 seconds, one guy in the box. Man-up opportunity here for Chiawana.
Esteban Zarate came in for Chiawana, and he's back behind the goal right now as Wenatchee will play a man down here. Now, describe that. You've got just so many people that can stay on one side of the 50-yard line. What, 3 defenders you have to keep on the other side of the 50. So Wenatchee on the defensive end here, they're down a man, right?
That's correct. So Wenatchee as a whole.
A shot taken, hits the side of the net, and it will be Chiawana ball, or will it? No, they're going to say Wenatchee ball.
Okay.
So apparently
they were calling that a pass is what I'm understanding.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Since it hit the side of the goal?
Yep. The referee must have seen it as a pass. Now, if he's calling that a shot, then it would have been Chiawana's ball, but it looks like it was just mishandled as far as the referee could tell.
Cass with a pass up the far sideline. They get it up to midfield, does Wenatchee to Mathena. Mathena will look to attack. They did this last time down and got a goal out of it. Wenatchee with a beautiful cutback there as working with the ball. Who is that? Is that Brault, I think? Possibly 24 as the ball comes out top to Gentry as Coach Parker getting a lot of guys in early here in this game. We talked about getting guys playing time that necessarily haven't had a lot of playing time so far. Spinning is KJ Gilman, looking for his first goal. He's scored in every single of the 5 games so far for Wenatchee. Gilman will pass it off over to the left side to Gentry. Gentry will work it down further as they'll go back behind the goal. Coming up with it is McInnes, who got the 1 goal to tie it up a few moments ago. McInnes will work it back around, get a little pick move there from a teammate. And you'll see that a lot, won't you? You'll see screens. You'll see a little bit of everything.
Well, just like basketball, it's going to be a pick and roll base. It's going to be a triangle offense. If you've ever watched any of the Shaq Kobe Lakers, all they ran was a triangle offense. It's the most simple thing in the world. You take the ball to one side of the field and then rotate the other 3 around.
Here's a shot in close tight, and the ball loose in the crease. It comes up into the stick of the goalkeeper, or the goalie for Chiawana, and that's Nathan Waller.
Right now, Wenatchee's ride is really heckling them. They're really putting the mustard to them right now.
And this player who had the ball here near side, they're going to get a timeout. That was a good timeout by Chiawana. We'll take a 30-second break on the broadcast as well. 3:47 to go here in the first, all tied 1-1. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Well, a 1-1 contest, spirited one so far. 3:47 to go here in the first. And our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. Also by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call 509-662-6842 along with my lacrosse expert. That's what you're going to be, Thomas Bass. I'm Eric Granstrom. Well, compared to me, you are by far an expert. Now, during the break, something maybe the folks at home didn't see is the officials on both sides grab sticks from each team, and they do a little measurement, right?
Yes. So there are regulations that each of the sticks are allowed or have to comply to. A big issue with stringing your strings is that you can make the ball stick in your stick as long as you want to. So there are regulations on that. You can't have too many holding strings or shooting strings. The pocket on the mesh, as you guys can see as they pass it around, has to reach a certain depth. The ball cannot sit lower than the rim of the head, if that makes any sense. But there are different regulations, and if a referee takes out his measuring stick and measures somebody's stick and it's deemed to be illegal, it is a 3-minute non-releasable penalty, and that stick is no longer allowed on the field of play.
Nearly a turnover there for Chiawana as they were having a hard time getting across midfield. That's why they took the timeout. Now, when you take a timeout, does your clock start over again to get it inside the box?
No, it does not.
Oh.
It is marked at it. So you've got your 30 seconds to get it from one end of the field to the other, and wherever you take your timeout, that clock restarts there.
Okay, as they do get it in the box here, and Chiawana will set up their offense. As with the ball there, getting it across was Raymaker. Maximilian. Gonna love that name.
Yeah, as you saw, number 22 took one step inside of the 30-yard line and then immediately ran away. That was him establishing himself on the offensive side of the field and then decided to come out and reset.
Brooks Zero will pass it over to the left side to Oliver Stevens. They'll go back behind, but then Wenatchee comes up with the ball. Nice job of intercepting the pass there, but the throw near midfield, knocked around, still loose on the floor here. Who's going to get it?
as the battle still goes on with a scrum over there at the 40-yard line. Then bodies fall to the ground. Finally, it's Chiawana that comes up with the loose ball.
Gotta love the hustle. This ball is small. This sport is intricate. You have to work hard. You have to be accurate, but also you have to be able to take a hit all at the same time.
Yeah, and you look at the goalie's stick compared to the rest. Of course, it's huge. Looks like a catcher's mitt back there. That's not the easiest to pick up ground ball with, is it?
Oh, no, absolutely not. That thing's like trying to it's like trying to play baseball with a butterfly net. That's what it is. I mean, I made the transition from goalie to midfield when I was in college, and it was going from a butterfly net to a teaspoon.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't catch anything.
Winterstein into the game for Wenatchee, brought the ball into the offensive set. Now the drive for Wenatchee, a shot by Wenatchee just off the side of the nets on the shot there by Derek Brault, and Chiawana will come away with a loose ball. So I'm terming loose ball. You have ground balls, which is a stat that they keep. What's the difference between a loose ball and ground ball?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Yep. It's just easy to define.
Speaking of which, Wenatchee comes up with a loose ball here and a beautiful spin and a toss. Oh, KJ Gilman right there on the doorstep. Can't make it happen.
That is the second one he will remember tonight.
Wenatchee
Bummer.
keeps the offense going as Velasquez will come out, and in comes Evan Mathena. He's got 6 goals in his credits, and now a shot inside, and it is a goal this time around for Wenatchee. Coming up with a tally, Stowe McInnes, I believe, again, his second of the game.
That's right, man. That is an uncomfortable shot. That is weird. That is just straight creativity and athletic ability. The defense did exactly what they wanted him to do, but he was still able to drive down the alley and switch his hands up, hit opposite pipe. I believe it bounced from the bottom left all the way to the top. The physics on that, the accuracy that takes, that goalie is probably leaving less than a half a ball's length.
That's crazy.
That you can even squeeze the ball past. He hit the backside of the cage, and then it rotated up. It was
unbelievable.
If you can ever imagine running around that angle and how a circle works to a square, he did not have a lot of angle on that. Still put it in.
Jaron Larson on the faceoff for Wenatchee, and he gets it scooped back, and it's picked up by his teammate, which is good news for Cadel Velasquez. And Wenatchee, as they'll go on the offensive set here, get it inside the box, work it out on the right perimeter, then come back behind. And it looks like it's Gilman back there with it, as he'll come near side. And then out top to the waiting stick of Mathena. They'll get another body will Wenatchee in as Joel Gentry will come in. They'll work it to the right side. The guy who's had the hot hand so far tonight is Stowe McInnes. He'll work it. Look at possible shot. Nope, he'll go back behind, and now a nice feed in front, and that was a quick little trigger there for Wenatchee. They don't get the goal, but they maintain possession.
We'd love to call that a quick stick.
That was Jaron Larson on the shot. The ball loose out front as Chiawana will pick it up. And watch out for this guy. He's got the wheels. That's Brooks Zero. And he'll feed it, and a shot taken, and a goal scored.
Wow.
Inside, that was a quick trigger as well for Max Raymaker, and that will tie the game at 2 with under 30 seconds to go here in the first period.
It's a beautiful handling of the ball. Ball hits the sideline on the ground. We had, who was it on the sideline there? Was that for the assist?
Oh, I didn't get that one. Oh, it was Zero.
Zero, all right. Zero did a great job making a right-handed pass to the goal scorer. The goal scorer was standing in a position, ready to shoot, ready to make it happen. Made it nice and easy.
So tied up at 2, and I'm sure any coach, no matter the sport, hate to see giving up a goal in the final minutes, let alone the final 30 seconds. As it'll be Zero again coming up with the face-off ball here. He'll try to find a teammate. It's loose. They shoot, and it will go back across the end line. Wenatchee ball with 14 seconds left in the period.
Almost made exactly the same play happen again.
Yeah.
Almost the exact same thing. That right-handed pass right to the middle.
Well, they're seeing that availability, so something that Wenatchee will need to tighten up here in between the 2 periods as they get it across the midfield stripe with 5, with 4. They get it in the box with 3, with 2. And here comes an attack. Oh, they lost the ball right in front again. And guess who? KJ Gilman's got to feel like he's just snake bit here so far tonight, and that'll be the end of our first quarter with all tied. Chiawana 2, Wenatchee 2. We'll come back after the 60-second timeout. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Lacrosse tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel is brought to you by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Also by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Along with Thomas Bass, Eric Granstrom with you. Well, Thomas, exciting game here so far. All tied at 2 after 1.
Yeah, absolutely. This is exactly how Chiawana wants to make this game happen. Low on numbers. You would expect the face-off attack with Caden and then Joran facing off for Wenatchee, and then the wheels of Cadell on the side. Chiawana is exactly where they need to be in order to make this game happen. They're controlling pace. They're taking their time when they need to make it happen, and then capitalizing, honestly, while Wenatchee just simply isn't doing it.
And we should mention, too, to the viewers at home that each quarter they switch sides. So Chiawana will be going from right to left now as we look at it here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Good crowd across the way, too, Thomas. Love to see that.
Oh, man, it's just a good community here. That's the whole reason I'm here still.
Good supporting place, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And this is a family, especially in Wenatchee. But lacrosse as a whole community, in and out of programs, in and out of states. If you played lacrosse, yeah, I ran 2 miles while some All-American long stick was beating the heck out of me. I've been there, brother. I put blood on this field. There's a brotherhood amongst it.
So it's Jaron Larson out there on the face-off for Wenatchee. It is the man, Brooks Zero, on the face-off for Chiawana. He comes up with the ball. He'll quickly get in the box. He'll quickly work it to the right. Got cut off over there. Nice defense for Wenatchee applied by Jonas Winterstein. Chiawana will work it back around the right, but if Winterstein doesn't step in there and do something, they got a wide open shot there, Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the whole big deal there. That was a smart play, working it around the side, maintaining possession, doing exactly what Chiawana needs to do. Wenatchee has a chance here to take the ball back, though.
Ball loose out towards midfield, and Wenatchee does. This is Winterstein that comes up with it. He'll back it away and then feed ahead, and driving from the right side is Brolt, and he'll go across. They looked at a shot. Wenatchee stays on the offensive set as Evan Mathena comes off the bench on the change here to help out on the offensive set.
Now, that was a big save by Tanner Gloth. That was off his foot. Now, last week it looks like he had 11 saves for 23 shots. That's a heck of a game. Hopefully he can hold off Wenatchee a little better than he did last week.
Chiawana coming in with a record of 2-2 so far. And they do have the fortunate situation in the state of Washington where they do have a league in which to play. Wenatchee, because of the mix of players from different high schools, can't be a part of that league, which is unfortunate, but we get it.
Well, it's about growing the sport. Wenatchee doesn't care about winning a state championship. It doesn't care about any sort of win. It's about developing players, and just the layout of our city in this valley, Leavenworth, Cashmere, East Wenatchee, Wenatchee. It doesn't allow for districts to include a certain amount of players, and we draw from 5 different schools, and instead of just playing with the 2 schools, we play with all 5.
Stowe McInnes went way outside to start this offensive set, picked up by the double team, and then tripped up, then dropped the ball, and picked up by Chiawana as they'll try to get it out towards midfield. They do, as Gavin Misek will get it across the midfield stripe, looking for some help as he's triple teamed over there. Finally gave the ball up. as they get it inside the box.
And as you could see, the referee was extending his arm from a 90-degree angle to a straight angle. He was counting. Every single one of those was a second of those 30 seconds that it takes to get inside the box.
And here's a turnover. I think this is the second turnover of the game so far by Chiawana on a pass that went a little high. Sails out of bounds, so Wenatchee will have it.
Yep, unforced turnovers are going to be killer. This is what Chiawana needs to not do.
Oh,
that's exactly what they need to do.
Give it right back to Wenatchee on a pass that was too high for any guys in white out there. And now fumbling it around. We got both teams trying to say, hey, you want it, you take it. No, you want it, you take it. So it's Wenatchee ball as they bring it up the near side. KJ Gilman's been looking for something all night long. Comes in, cross pass, and the shot in, and a goal scored. What a beautiful pass from Gilman as he'll find his teammates on the shot. Derek Brolt. Wenatchee takes the lead once again.
Right there is an excellent example of what senior leadership looks like. He has made 2 or 3 bad mistakes, not great decisions as far as when he should have shot earlier in this game. He had a free line to that cage, and he could have taken a bad shot. But instead of taking the bad shot, he made a better pass setting up his teammate. That is a level of discipline and just overall lacrosse IQ that I'm really excited to see. He had every reason to try and get some revenge and put that in the cage. He didn't. Made the smart play and then made his team go up by 1 right now.
That's huge. Just huge. And by the way, we talked about the goal scoring for KJ on the season. 15 goals. That's his 7th assist of the season as well. So unselfish player. Chiawana with the ball and swoop at a shot out in front, the doorstep. The ball knocked away and then picked up by Wenatchee.
I hate these shots.
All the way coming in with you got the long stick too?
Armando, yeah. Armando Fares.
There you go.
So as a goalie, I'll tell you this, a long stick, if you think of Isaac Newton, you have a higher level of leverage, I should say.
That's about like Randy Johnson at 6'8" and throwing that baseball. He's just got the leverage because he's coming from such a high angle.
Not only that, the fastball releases as if it's a curveball. Your fastball releases sort of at your head, behind your head a little bit. A curveball releases in front of your body.
Right.
If you have a long stick like that, not only is it going faster, it is closer releasing by just a few degrees. But as a goalie, I hate those.
Sorum throws it in the back, and now the ball will go out of bounds, and it was touched by Chiawana last, so it'll be Wenatchee ball. As we wind it down here, 8:19 left in our first half, and we should say that 12-minute quarters is very similar to football as far as the quarters are concerned. And teams do have timeouts. How many timeouts do they have? 2 per quarter? Is that how it works?
Yep, 2 per half.
2 per half, okay.
2 per half at the high school level.
All right, we've had 1 timeout taken by Chiawana so far in this one. It's KJ Gilman, who had a great assist moments ago. We'll work it behind the net, turn and look, and then shoot, and then score! Finally connects with the goal at the 8-minute mark here of the second.
That was exactly the same play he ran the first time he did it, the first time that he should have scored, the first time he should have taken the shot at least. I can't speak for the goalie, standing outside of that. But that's the exact same play. The first time he knew he should have shot it and didn't. Second time he gets a chance, absolutely capitalized, did what he needed to do.
Now we've got the official holding his hand up here. I guess just indicating that he's ready. Now we're ready for the face-off as the officials are talking to each other with hand signals. 2 officials for lacrosse. Our head referee is out there in the middle and field judge on the side. Wenatchee wins this face-off as Velasquez will bring it up across midfield, and we got a whistle. And let's see, looks like a timeout. Timeout taken by Wenatchee, I believe. And so as they talk about it, we will talk about it as well. Take a 30-second break on the broadcast. With 7:47 to go here in the first half, Wenatchee's taking the lead 4-2 over visiting Chiawana. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
Lacrosse action here on the NCWLIFE Channel tonight, brought to you in part by Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment.
inside your home. Call Clean Air Connection today at yourcleanconnection.com. Also by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. They've been helping the people of North Central Washington with real estate for over 40 years. Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate is guiding you home in North Central Washington. Well, the last few times down, Thomas, we've seen Wenatchee be a lot more aggressive in attacking and then even finding the open man.
Yeah, ultimately what's happening, as far as I can tell, is that Wenatchee's controlling the pace of this game. The defense is getting tired. Playing defense in lacrosse is brutal. I hold my guys to a standard of 2 minutes. You need to run 500 yards in 2 minutes, stop and start, over and over. Any possession that lasts longer than that, any time you can't clear the ball and you're unable to substitute, you're putting those guys out there back on the field, taking a full-on basketball sort of rep, but on a soccer-style field. The field is so much bigger. You have so much more responsibility. You have to move so much quicker. You need to substitute. It needs to substitute like hockey, but even more so.
Well, and that's where a game of attrition tonight, when you have so few players available for Chiawana as opposed to almost 3 full lineups for Wenatchee, that pays dividends down the stretch as well.
It's what I said to start the game. Chiawana wants to win this game. They need to play a make-it-take-it game. They need to control the pace of the game and score goals. They've done a really good job so far, but Wenatchee has rested legs on the field over and over, able to capitalize.
So Brault, who had a goal moments ago, will work it back around, back behind, and Wenatchee works it on the far side. Now it comes back up to Mathena. Mathena will go crossfield on the pass. And that's something, too. Therum Sorum has it, and then he'll go right side with it, and he'll go back around behind. The passing from stick to stick, these guys make it look easy, but that's no easy feat.
Correct. It's imagine yourself trying to throw a football or a baseball your entire life with your opposite hand right now. Now imagine you grew a third left hand out of your back. No, it's in your back.
Yeah.
It is an extension of your arm.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to throw and catch with this thing. I can throw a tennis ball back and forth with my right hand very well.
Sure.
I can't do it very well with my left hand, except for I've practiced it, right?
Sure.
This is like having a third arm grow out of your chest. And you got to learn how to catch and throw a football with it. Now, you're 18 years old. Now you got to learn how to throw with a hand you've never had.
Yeah. Well, and the ball, by the way, is about tennis ball size, but it is hard as a rock. I mean, you get hit with that thing, you feel it.
I've done the calculations on what hurts worse, a lacrosse ball or a hockey puck, and it is very close. But the hockey puck technically hurts worse. You don't have nearly as much pads in lacrosse.
Wenatchee works the ball back around behind. Here's a look at a shot, and then a drive, and then a shot taken. Wenatchee will maintain possession on the narrow miss by Brault, looking for his second goal of the game.
That's an excellent take. He just missed the side of it. He was inside, had angle. There was still a defender on him, not a completely broken defensive play. Great shot because he knew he had backup. It might as well be a pass.
Brault will bring it up again as they'll work it on the side, and then a nice little juke and a move and a shot taken, and it's off the mark, but Wenatchee will maintain possession. Stowe McKinnis looking for his third goal of the day.
Almost that exact same play.
Yeah.
Look to see them do it again. Let's see what goes on. One more right here.
They're seeing something in the defense on that side with a little fake and then the drive, kind of like looking at a man defense. And that's something you'll see, too, man versus zone, right?
Correct. Just like basketball, you can set up with 2 people up top and 3 people down low. You can set up in a box formation with 1 person in the middle. Looks like Wenatchee is running, or Chiawana is just running a standard zone. They're going to double, or they're going to play at X, but they're also going to drop people into the middle of the field in order to not give up that inside shot. What that does, though, is it sets up the outside shot from the big guys on up top. Let's see how they sweep through as this drive works through.
McKinnis takes it way outside again as he'll work it into the zone, and then look at the left-handed shot. Won't do it, though. He'll pass it back behind the goal. They'll come back out top, way out to Mathena. Mathena crosses over. Again, it comes to Sorum. Sorum double team, but has room. He'll shoot, and he scores. Oh, right between the wickets.
That'll happen, man. Thornton is a heck of a player. He's just got a big body. He used his backside to body somebody down just like Shaquille O'Neal and then dunked on it. That is not an easy shot. It was very close, not very fast, but the goalie doesn't see the stick as it's winding up. It's hidden behind all of the defenders from his angle. it makes it really difficult to see when that ball is going to get released, when it's going to get shot. And then Theron actually has a really powerful body to get that ball in there. He shoots 90 miles an hour when he's standing straight up.
That is something else. Caden Ruiz will come out for the faceoff this time for Wenatchee. And I believe it is Zero out there again for Chiawana. And it is, no, excuse me. The faceoff that time was by Brody Hammer for Chiawana. And it will be Chiawana that has possession.
Yep. Freshman getting a little jittery. You're not allowed to go on the faceoff until the referee blows the whistle. Love Caden, but he's out here as a freshman for, the first time really experiencing what it's like to see a big boy lacrosse faceoff. He got a little jittery and went early. Other team.
Zero got picked off there. Nice job by Velasquez. Cadell comes up with the ball, gets it across midfield, and then he's knocked down, and Chiawana comes back up with it. Zero gets a little revenge there as he'll get into the box, still continue to work. Cut off there by a double team. Ball loose on the ground. Wenatchee fighting for it, and they'll come up with it again. Little tit for tat there as, again, Velasquez comes up with it.
Yeah, that's just an honest hustle play. Cadell made a great chance at that ball. Who was it? Zorro?
Yeah.
Zaro. Am I pronouncing it right? Zaro.
Yep.
Zaro, yeah. He did not want Cadell to take that ball from him. Velasquez had it, and Zaro just decided, no, we are sending this back the other way for revenge.
Caden Ruiz will give the ball up to Brault on the right side. They'll go back around the backside of the goal as KJ Gilman is back there, guarded tightly by Ramirez. And again, Wenatchee loves to work it over on that left side and then come back right. That's where they've had most of their goal chances here in this game so far, as they lead it 5-2 with just under 4 minutes to go in this first half.
Again, Wenatchee possessing the ball, tiring out the defense of Chiawana. This is not the game plan that Chiawana wants. Even if Wenatchee doesn't get a goal out of this, there are a bunch of tired players on the field.
And that time the attack was by Owen Graves. Graves does the same thing that Wenatchee's been doing, taking the ball way outside, and now this will ricochet off a body, go out of bounds. And they're going to say a Wenatchee ball as it caromed off of I think a shoulder looked like, or it sounded like it was something hard. I think Brody Hammer had to go off of him out of bounds.
If it wasn't that, it looked like just as the shot happened, it slung out the side. Now, again, the referee deemed that was a shot. It doesn't have to go out the end line.
Oh, okay.
It just needs to go out of bounds. Okay. You can shoot and miss, but if it was a shot, not a pass, it is whoever's closest to it.
And in close with the shot here this time, right out in front for Wenatchee getting a chance, was Carter Johnson. Johnson has seen limited playing time, but again, Brennan Parker wanting to get these guys in there and get time on the field.
It's a luxury. I would love having a big goal.
Oh, beautiful pass and a shot to the goal. What a give and go there as Wenatchee comes up with the goal by Owen Graves. And I think the feed there to him was by Brault.
Man, that is an impossible save for a goalie. Now, if you notice, that went stick side high, which is supposed to be a goalie's bread and butter. It's where your stick already is. If you're left-handed or right-handed, stick side high references a high shot to the side that your stick is on. Now, that shot was beautiful. The goalie did not see it coming. The pass was so quick. The pass also hit the shooter directly where it needed to be for what's called a quick stick.
Yeah.
Hits the top corner. Impossible to save.
Talk about that, too, comparisons with ice hockey and with lacrosse here. You know, having bodies out in front of a goalie is huge as well. It works on the ice. You get those, you basically you're screened by your own guy plus the defenders, and then suddenly here comes a puck or a ball in this case at you. Where'd that come from?
That's exactly right. It's called screening the goalie, and especially in hockey. It doesn't work as well in lacrosse because you wear a lot less pads.
We got a timeout on the field. I think this is taken by Chiawana, so we will take a break as well in the broadcast and come back. 2:55 to go here in the half. Wenatchee on top 6-2. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Abby says thank you to all the hometown heroes making our community so great. If you know a deserving hometown hero, shoot us an email, hero@abbeys.com. Every week, we'll thank some of these heroes with a free giant pizza. Abby's, proud to serve your community. Be a hero tonight. Treat your family and friends to Abby's famous hometown hero pizza. This giant features our classic pepperoni, tasty Italian sausage, and crisp green peppers for a one-of-a-kind legendary flavor. Visit abbeys.com for a special pizza at a very special price.
Well, appreciate you tuning in for lacrosse tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. By the way, I just want to take a little personal note here and thank Confluence Health for getting me back in the booth, for getting me back upright. They took care of my neck injury, my surgery, my recovery. They have been fantastic. So I got to say thank you to Confluence Health. Also, our broadcast brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982, serving residential and commercial. They specialize in indoor air quality installation service and repair.
Eric, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
This is our 4th broadcast.
Yeah.
Happy to see our 5th one next year. Okay.
Well, we got one later, East Valley. We got one more this year. So
okay,
if you're available.
We'll find out.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Appreciate you joining us here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Now, we're live on Facebook tonight. The game broadcast on TV is on Friday. So whether it's Thursday, whether it's Friday you're watching us, doesn't matter. We appreciate you being here. And Wenatchee appreciates the support both in-house and around the house, up 6-2 right now, but you can't take your foot off the gas, can you?
Absolutely not. Again, Chiawana is doing at the faceoff what they need to do in order to possess or take control of this game. Again, Wenatchee's doing what they need to do in order to make Chiawana get tired. Use your possessions, take your time, tire out the defense, and make them substitute while they're on defense or at subs or at a loose ball out of bounds.
There's Gilman with the rifle shot. It actually hit the goalie's stick, but just the powers it through for the goal for Wenatchee.
It happens. Those are the ones that frustrate a goalie the most. You make the right read. You know where the ball is going. It still hits you and still goes in. Those ones are annoying. Nothing you can do on that. Also, just an elite player in KJ taking his time, being that senior leader, being patient even though he missed his first 3 opportunities. He's got 2 now, is that correct?
He's got
and then
2,
an assist?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see somebody who should have been frustrated not get frustrated and make the right play and then just continue to play.
All right, back with his face-off this time around is Jaron Larson back out there again for Wenatchee. It will be Chiawana that wins that face-off. Again, the experience of Brooks Zarrow out there comes up with the ball, and Chiawana seems like it's been forever since they've had a shot on goal here, Thomas.
Yeah, well, again, Wenatchee's been able to hold possession.
Here's a fumble of the ball, and, they get that opportunity, but then give it right away, and Wenatchee trying to take advantage is coming up the near sideline with it was Owen Graves. Graves gets it past the defenders, lost the ball, but he's got a teammate right there to help pick him up. As coming up with the loose ball was Nolan McInnes, one of our 2 McInnes brothers out here on the field tonight for Wenatchee. Wenatchee works it around. I think the last time we did a broadcast together, I was asking, how come there's no mascot? Here's a shot, and how about just goal for Wenatchee with a right-handed flick. Owen Graves on the point.
The whole time I was watching that, you could just see either of the middies up top were wide open. Didn't want to interrupt you, but it was a moment. There was a midi top left and a midi top right. The midi top left is the one who actually caught it, but both sides were open as Chiawana was caught looking.
Well, and you look at it, the legs getting tired out there. Chiawana kind of folding and getting tighter around the goal and not covering those guys from the outside necessarily.
Well, I tell you what, every single game or every single practice that I hold, I tell our parents to feel your kid as if they are going to run a 5K.
Yeah.
Because you will. Stop, start football with soccer. It is difficult. You will get tired if you don't have substitutes, and we're going to start to see that happen, in my opinion, as we go into the half.
Speaking of substitutes, a freshman comes in for Wenatchee as Asher Kaler comes off the bench.
Well, Asher's a former goalie, if I recall. I had him last year. He played well as a goalie, but then evidently has switched out.
Well, he came in a little defensive help there. Wenatchee wins the face-off, so he'll have to come right back out of the contest, but I'm sure we'll see him again. And you could tell little freshmanitis out there for him as he was lined up on the wrong side of the 50-yard line before the face-off.
That'll happen. It's a confusing, hard game. I tell you, if there's one thing that you will understand from me from this broadcast, this game is hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's hockey, but on a soccer field.
Mm-hmm.
The athlete that you need for a hockey player has to exist on a football field without stop-start.
Brault with a beautiful spin behind as he'll look for a teammate right out in front of the doorstep. The ball still loose. Oh, my.
That is a monster save by Tanner Gloth. He should not have saved that. He absolutely did. That was a big boy save. That was a offside high shot from inside the red line. That thing was probably moving close to 80 miles an hour. That is a big boy save that Tanner just made.
Yeah, able to keep it out, and Wenatchee will maintain possession, however, as they'll work it around on the perimeter, as Brault again will work it back behind, collect it outside right. Now a juke, now a move, left hand, and it'll go in. Another goal for Wenatchee, and Derek Brault collects his second of the night.
Good for Derek. Good move on the fake to the outside, go to the inside. You get that close to a goalie, you should score 9 out of 10 times. Again, Tanner Gloth making a big save even before that. I don't even want to talk about that last goal, whatever, right? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a former goalie, and I have no give or take really for that last Chiawana goal, or for that last goal against Chiawana. Tanner Gloth made a monster save, too, before that, and it should have gone the other way.
Is that Tanner Gloth, or is that Nathan Waller?
Am I saying the wrong one?
I think it's 22 who's in goal for Chiawana. At least that's who's been doing most of the goaltending for them this season, has been Nathan Waller, number 22.
Oh, well, possibly I have the wrong paper here.
Okay. 77 is Galt, 22 is Waller. And Wenatchee will come up with the ball here as they once again steal it away. Lob pass ahead. Trying to come up with it was Brault, and that's going to be the end of our first half, as it is Wenatchee. They got off to a little slow start, but had a great second period, and they'll head to halftime, leading it by a score of 9-2. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, family owned and operated on North Wenatchee Avenue, right next to Hooked on Toys. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue uses only fresh ingredients handcrafted with love, including authentic Hawaiian barbecue and Japanese-style ramen noodle soups. And the bubble teas will keep you coming back for more. Enjoy the culinary tour of the Pacific Rim with Hawaiian barbecue lunches and combo plate classics, as well as ramen noodle soups. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Enjoy their comfort food like you're one of the family.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
High school lacrosse tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel is brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available, too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. That's 509-423-2207. I just reminded myself I need to call Harvest Valley Pest Control because they also take care of the pests that might be in your yard, and they have returned with the nice sunny weather we've had to the Granstrom house. Along with Thomas Bass, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And I should have caught it when you said it, but I didn't, and I apologize. But we need to give credit where credit is due for the man who's been in goal here for Chiawana tonight.
Well, that is absolutely right. I formally named him Tanner Cloth, normally the goalie for Chiawana. It's Nathan Waller. Nathan Waller has been playing out of his mind in those last two possessions. I'm telling you, the goal he gave up just to end it is a goal that any goalie should give up, any attackman should score. The one right before that was a goal that any goalie should have let in and any attackman should have scored, and he did not. It was an offside high ripper from inside of about 8 yards, and he absolutely ate it up. It was a beautiful footwork demonstration and a beautiful use of hands as he made a very difficult save.
So as you go into the huddle, if you're Chiawana right now, and you're the head coach, by the way, I should mention the coaching staff. I mentioned Vaughn Osler. He's assisted by Gavin Escalera and Josh Needham. What are you telling your team? I mean, they know they don't have all the numbers in the world. Obviously, you're telling the guys to suck in as many breaths as you can right now to get your oxygen back to your muscles here at halftime. But what do you tell your kids if you're the coach for Chiawana?
Well, right there, I'm going to say Brooks Zaro, sorry. Don't be as aggressive. You are the leader out there. Take a little note from KJ Gilman. KJ made 3 big mistakes to start the quarter and then made 3 excellent decisions that did not necessarily make him the center of the attention. He made 2 really good passes. I would ask Brooks to do the same. You are that guy. You are that level of competition and that next level competitor. Make just a little smarter decision. Don't bullnose your way to the goal. Do that, but keep your eyes up to feed it because you are going to get double-teamed and triple-teamed at this point. Find the open man while you're getting beat down, which is a very difficult thing. I'm making it sound easy.
No, yeah.
But that's a 6-foot pole coming down on you with a 6'2", 18-year-old with a body that can just absolutely chop wood.
Right.
It is really hard.
We should mention, too, you being a guy that is very familiar with what both teams are aiming at, the goal here. You get a guy standing in front of it. That doesn't look like a lot of space to fit a ball in. Talk about the size of the goal mouth itself. How big is that? Is it, 6 feet, 7 feet? What is it?
It is exactly 6 feet by 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so me being exactly 5'11 3/4 when I get into my stance means that my head sits just below the bar so that a ball cannot fit between the front of my face mask and the top of the bar. I am the perfect height for a goalie.
And typically speaking, as far as dimensions are concerned, if you're 5'11 3/4, typically you'll be 5'11 3/4 from fingertip to fingertip, middle finger to middle finger when you stretch your arms out too.
Essentially, yeah. And so, but what I would say about that is we're not wearing pads on our legs. We're not wearing big pads on our arms like a high school or like a hockey player, I should say. Right. Also in lacrosse, the goal is 6 by 6. In hockey, it's dropped by about 2 feet. You would expect a goalie in hockey to make about 90 to 95% of their saves. If a goalie in lacrosse makes 50 to 60% of their saves, that's a winnable game.
Yeah, definitely so. Let's talk about if you're Brandon Parker here for Wenatchee. You know him well. You know the program well. Despite a little slow start and KJ having a couple of tough opportunities that didn't go his way, got to be happy with how the team played in the second quarter and also getting a lot of guys playing time.
Yeah, Brandon Parker is one of my mentors. He's a great guy. Can't wait to keep working with him. Can't wait to keep feeding him players. When you're talking to your team right now, it's about control. You have a huge lead in this game comparatively for lacrosse. I wouldn't call it huge the way I said it now that I look back at the clock. And the great thing about lacrosse is I've seen 3 goals scored in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
It is totally possible. I've seen it multiple times.
And when we say it's not over until it's over, we really mean that because, like you say, I mean, it could happen. Bam, 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 bam. Suddenly, you got a 1-goal game or a tie game in no time at all.
my favorite thing in lacrosse is that you can play, make it, take it. As in, if you've got a face-off guy and he just gets hot, he'll steal the ball at the midfield and then run it down and either hit the right guy or shoot it.
And what we've seen so far with their main guy they've had out there in Brooks Zaro, he's a guy that's been winning the majority of the faceoffs so far in this game.
Yeah, that's right. And what I'm asking him to do in this is keep winning those faceoffs, but don't put it all on your shoulders.
Right.
He's doing a great job. He is creating opportunities. It's not even selfish. It's bullheadedness. It is really frustrating to be smacked by a stick over and over and over. I'm telling you, you're wearing
it gets old.
There are gaps.
Yeah.
It hurts, man. So keep your eyes up, stay calm, be that leader on this team that you are. I can see it already.
Well, Wenatchee's got the lead here at halftime. We'll take a minute break and come back. Get you ready for the third quarter. It's 9-2. Wenatchee on top of Chiawana. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Round, NCWLIFE Channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
And just about ready for third quarter action here between Wenatchee and Chiawana Lacrosse on the NCWLIFE Channel. Brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time in their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653. Of course, the course is open as well, so you can go play 18 if you will, and check out those afternoon rates as well. 9-2, Wenatchee on top, and been some balanced goal scoring here for Wenatchee so far in this one. I mentioned real quick in the first half, last time I think we did a broadcast together, Thomas, I said, how come there's no mascot? You know, we get the Wenatchee Panthers and the Eastmont Wildcats, and Chiawana, I think they're the Hawks down for their high school, but no mascot here for lacrosse. Why not?
Too many people with too many opinions.
Yeah, you're not going to make anybody happy, right?
Well, you ever heard the old accolade? You know, it takes a committee, makes a camel, right?
Yes.
We try to make a better horse to get a camel. It's slower, but it can do what it can. Yeah. I personally want the fish or the bass or something like that. Somebody else wants the orcas because they're black and white, which I think is sweet.
Right.
We can't use the Panthers because of legal reasons.
Right.
So
Benjamin Fisher out there on the faceoff for Wenatchee, and Wenatchee will win it here as they make a little change to go with a senior, a little more experience. As the ball came up into the stick of, I think Asher Kaler had the stick momentarily, and a big eruption from his teammates on the sideline. Gotta love it.
The reason being that is a freshman and a senior all on the same thing, trying to work something out. It did not look pretty, but they won it themselves. That's why they're all excited.
Evan Mathena will work the ball out top for Wenatchee. Also coming in is Joel Gentry. Saw a little bit of time in that first half. Wenatchee will fumble it behind the goal, however, and lose the possession. It's still loose on the ground here. We'll see who's going to come up with this ball as sticks are flying, bodies are flying, hitting the deck. Still loose. And like Thomas said, trying to play with a butterfly net back there and pick it up off the ground. And Chiawana will finally come up with it, and we'll give again the credit where credit's due. Nathan Waller back there in goal for Chiawana. We're going to get a whistle, and are they going to call a timeout? They will, because they're having a heck of a time against a stingy Wenatchee defense. We'll keep it right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Inland Northwest Honda dealers, including Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying regarding mascots. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. And you'd probably be here until the cows came home to try to come up with something that's going to be appeasable to everyone.
Well, so actually, the thing that I actually will take inspiration from is the Seattle Kraken. I don't think you do anything wrong with naming something after a fictional beast.
This is true.
So I'm getting to the point where I'm going to become head of this, whole thing, right? Yeah, when I'm in charge and a multimillionaire, I think we're going to be the Wenatchee Sasquatch.
Ooh, Sasquatch.
Right.
Now, see, some people would argue that that's a real thing, not a fake thing.
I'm one of them. You haven't seen one?
Well, what's the, let's see, is it Lake Osoyoos in Canada? They have the kind of their version of the Loch Ness Monster. I think there's supposedly one in Chelan, too.
Oh, I mean,
Pogo is what I'm referring to.
Correct. I've swam in Chelan many times. Never seen him myself.
And what's scary even more so to me is that these are real. Seen them, in fact, hooked into one that was about 14 feet long and 150 years old as a sturgeon right here in the Columbia River.
Well, that's actually real.
No, and if you see one up close and personal, and then you think about taking a dip in the Columbia River, you'll think twice about that.
Yeah,
for sure.
What just touched my feet? It's a 14-foot dinosaur, which do exist in the Columbia. I've seen them caught.
Yes, absolutely. So Chiawana will get it out of their end finally as they'll work the offense back behind the net here. And again, it just seems like it's been a long time since Chiawana's had a good look at the goal, almost since the first quarter of action here tonight. As with the ball out top is Esteban Zarate. And he'll get knocked to the ground, and a good job of the defense again for Wenatchee, but we're going to get a whistle here, and I see a flag on the ground, and so this is going to be whistled against Wenatchee here, so a penalty forthcoming.
Yep, so that's going to be a 1-minute penalty for tripping. Again, if you accidentally push somebody in the back while they have the ball, 30-second technical. If you accidentally push somebody in an illegal way, it's going to be a 30-second technical. This one in particular, he used his stick to disrupt the motion of the player by their feet. He tripped them. Even though it wasn't intentional, it is still a very illegal move that does not allow the play to continue. 1-minute penalty as Chiawana gets the ball.
Okay, so 1 minute man down here for Wenatchee. So we'll see if Chiawana can break a dry spell here. It's been since the first quarter that they scored and nearly give the ball away as the ball's loose on the ground. Wenatchee's long stick over there came up with the interference that knocked it loose, as that was Jacob Harrisek who got the stick in there and interfered with things. Chiawana does get it back, so they'll reset the offense, but now we're going to get a whistle here. I don't see a flag down, but I hear the whistle. And, it looks like Harrisek might be injured on the play.
Or equipment failure. Either one.
He's kind of holding his left hand and arm down like he's not feeling so well. And so, as he reached out to interfere with that, there may have been a stick that came down across his forearm.
Well, if that is actually injury, that is a tough kid, I'll tell you what. If you have an injury of that scale, especially across your wrist or your thumb, just to be able to still stand and you need to come off, I've been there, boys.
I'll excuse to the viewers here. I would wet my pants, I think, if that happened.
Eric, real men cry, and this is a reason why, okay? If you take one of these across your wrists clean, it does not feel good.
Ball loose as they try to get it out top. Wenatchee trying to scoop it up here, and they do finally. As coming up with the ball is Cadell Velasquez, and he leads the team in ground balls on the season so far, and you can see why. I mean, he's just scrappy in there.
Yeah, he is a phenomenal player. He's a next-level guy. I was talking on the field with Vaughn earlier. Oh, hold on.
Chiawana in tight, and a shot taken, but it will miss wide as they were right on the doorstep as they picked it off near midfield, and quickly a two-man game ahead, and the shot was taken in close by Raymaker, but he misses wide, and it's Wenatchee ball.
There we go. We got Jackson moving the ball
will
field.
Wing it out towards midfield, and it comes up in the form of Ruiz, Caden Ruiz. Oh, it is Jax. Okay, so Jax Matheson in goal now for Wenatchee. And I want to say that Jax has been goalie for a while now, hasn't he?
The last 2 years.
2 years, okay.
Yeah. The advantage he puts on the field is that Wenatchee can run what is called a 10-man ride or pull him out of the cage to double a ball on the front side and have him cover the back.
Sorum out top for Wenatchee. He's number 33 out there. Works it middle, then comes right, then pestered, backs away. Now they'll go behind Wenatchee, behind the goal. Beautiful spin by K.J. Gilman. Feeds in front. The ball loose on the ground. And it will be Chiawana that comes up with it as Wenatchee will drip back.
Great defensive possession by Chiawana there. Wenatchee really wanted a goal, and they were patient and made good body moves and are working the ball up the field now.
Good passing by Chiawana as they get it into the stick of Misak. And now they'll drop back and set the offense. And coming off the bench with a beautiful shot attempt in front, but there is Jax with the stop for Wenatchee. And hang on, we got to whistle back as Jax Matheson was trying to pass it out, and then he got interfered with. And is that the call because he was in the crease?
I don't believe it was interference. I'm not
Okay.
sure what that was. If it was interference, it should have been a free clear, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Wenatchee will have it nonetheless as they bring it up towards midfield. And again, Wyatt Nelson, a sophomore out there, wearing number 36, handles the ball for Wenatchee as he'll give it up. And the battle over there on the far side is, again, coach is getting some guys in that haven't had a lot of playing time. And this is Carter Paternal. Wenatchee gives the ball away, however. And you're going to see that with some of the younger kids out there that haven't had a lot of playing time. You get out there and varsity play, and I'm sure the eyes get big and the mouth gets pretty dry.
Well, the lights are big, I'll tell you what, both figuratively and literally.
So here comes the Chiawana again. They get the ball in tight, but it skips away from the would-be shooter as Gussenhagen had a chance, but Wenatchee there defensively, and it'll be Wenatchee ball.
Gotta love Matheson's extra hustle there. He knew that was a pass. He still chased it down as if he was going to pick it up.
Yep. So Jax has the ball in his big club right now.
It's a club, I'll tell you. Throwing with it's like trying to throw with a sail on a boat.
Well, and I was wondering about that. With a real windy day, I imagine that could, play a little factor in that.
It absolutely does. We got a flag down for Wenatchee here.
Here's a shot in close, and good. For Wenatchee with the goal is Ben Berge. That's 32, right? Yeah.
Wow. Good for him. Okay, let's see what the call was on the field for the flag down.
So they let Wenatchee maintain possession there, so I assume that's against Chiawana?
Yes, it was. So what happened there was there's a flag down, which means the play continues on. Now, the offending team didn't receive the ball during the play, so that's not really fair. The offending team, the team that committed the offense was not on offense. Okay. Right. So the play continues. The play continues in favor of the team that retains the ball. Now, normally that flag is waved off. What happened there was that was a personal foul, which when somebody got hit in the head, which is not illegal. So Wenatchee gets a chance to go and one, if you will, if you're talking about basketball.
So Jesse Duran is the guilty party there. He's in the penalty box in front of our sideline here at midfield. Wenatchee with possession as they will trade players out there. Harrisek comes out, tosses the ball up, and his teammate Jaron Larson will take it. He'll work it right side. They'll go back down behind. And it looks like Gilman out there will feed in front for a close-in shot, and a nice stop again by Waller for Chiawana. Shot was taken in tight by Owen Graves, but right there with the stop and the save, Chiawana again, Nathan Waller.
I'm still impressed with this play. Even though he's let in, 10 goals now? Yeah. He's still standing in there making good plays. This Wenatchee offense is nothing to joke about, and he's still not flinching. He's still standing in there. He's also getting rid of the ball in a pretty decent way. He needs his middies and his defense to help him out a little bit.
Cadell Velasquez had a very important part in that turnover by Chiawana. Again, Wenatchee's defense playing outstandingly tonight as well, as Chiawana's had one problem after another just trying to get that ball past midfield. So Wenatchee, the beneficiary of the turnover with 5:12 to go here in the third, leading it by a score of 10-2. Wenatchee Lacrosse here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eric Granstrom coming to you from Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, along with Thomas Bass, longtime player and coach and man who is certainly invested in this program. Joining us here in the booth tonight are lacrosse experts. Here's a pass out top. Let's see. Okay, they came up with it, and that was Mathena with it. He's kind of had a quiet game tonight, but, nice to get everybody involved. Left side it comes to Graves. And I had Sarah, Mom, tell me beforehand, by the way, he's the favorite. I said, well, of course, your mom. She says, well, blue shoes. That's all you need to know, blue shoes. So I said, okay. And she was offering to help us on camera tonight or whatever she needed to do, because I think she normally runs camera to help with the Facebook feeds for Wenatchee Lacrosse. And I said, no, I got enough bodies. We're good to go. She says, you don't need me at all? I said, well, I appreciate the offer, but, She goes, you mean I can watch? So I said, sure.
Well, so many of these parents, and again, always thank you to the parents, they are out here doing the jobs, that we need to have happen. Scorekeeping, everything except for refereeing and then us broadcasting and coaching.
Right.
They are doing the rest of it. They set up the field.
What a beautiful move. Getting in the box and then looking like he was going to fold back was Zachary Thomas. Comes up with his 10th goal of the season, 3rd goal of the night here, and Chiawana on the board. That was impressive. So Zachary Thomas with the goal for Chiawana. That will make it a 3-goal night for the visitors to 10 for Wenatchee. It's a long way from over here, that's for sure. Got another quarter to go, another 4 minutes in this one. Face-off out of midfield. And again, going with Fisher does Wenatchee, and it will be Zero who comes up with the ball for Chi. Oh, no, he doesn't. As it's picked away, there's Velasquez again. How about it?
That'll happen. That kid he's a nightmare. I was just talking to the coach for Chiawana down there on the field, Vaughn. He said, so is Cadell still playing? He asked me that because he played up as a freshman and then got some time as an 8th grader. Or yes, I should say he played up as a freshman, got some time as an 8th grader. He's been playing at this level for nearly 5 years now.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Ben Berge is out there for Wenatchee as they get a lot of the reserves in here for Wenatchee. Love to see that. Again, it will be Berge that collects it on the left. He'll come outside to Brault, who has a couple of goals tonight. He'll challenge, spin, look, lost the ball, and it's loose and then picked up by Chiawana.
Here we go. Here comes a fast break. Chiawana needs to step in the box.
Zero with the shot, and beautiful job by Matheson to get the stick down, to deflect it, and then run back and get the ball back to Wenatchee. How about that move as a goalie?
It is the only time I ever got glory as a goalie is when I turned and sprinted for those 10 yards to beat some kid who just was out of position. That is an absolutely great play. That might as well have gone into his stick as far as the game concern goes, right?
Right.
That ball went past him. It might have landed in his stick because of his hustle and his ability.
A rare turnover here for Wenatchee. Chiawana comes up with the ball, and I think we had a flag come out with a hit to a player that did not have the ball in stick. And so they let the play continue to see what the result may be, and the result is a goal.
That's right. We'll see what the play call ends up being, but depending if that was a technical or a personal foul, that flag will either be waived or it will be an and one, and Wenatchee has to serve with a man down for the face.
Max Raymaker with his 2nd goal of the night here, and suddenly a couple of goals makes this much tighter. 10-4 now our score with 2:26 to go in the third.
Just a beautiful move on the inside. Way to plant it on the ground and then have it roll at the backside goalie. It's just really difficult shot to save for a goalie. Great placement. Expert attackman working that through there. We'll see what the call here is.
I think I heard him say personal foul.
Okay, 1-0.
Yep, so this will be a make it take it basically.
Ooh.
2 minutes.
A 2-minute non-releasable. Wow. You'll see the referee put his hands over his head in a steeple formation. That's because we are putting a emphasis on personal fouls of illegal contact to the head and
okay, that
targeting.
was, I saw that. It was just after the player had released the ball on a pass, and for Wenatchee coming up with that hit was Farias, and did get him up high. It was about the shoulders.
Yep. For me, I want that hit to go on, but I absolutely understand the angle of the referee and the protection of the players in this instance.
Yeah.
It's still a decent call. Like it's not an unheard thing to have that sort of hit go down as a penalty.
We get a timeout here taken by Wenatchee as Coach Parker wants to talk it over with his troops with 2:16 to go here in the third. Wenatchee on top, but it's tighter, 10-4 over Chiawana. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Coldwell Banker, their people, their company are cut from a different cloth. They see, hear, sense, and feel things that other people don't. They have a unique appreciation for the thing called home. Because of this dedication, Coldwell Banker has thrived for over a century. This is why they are ranked #1 on Agent Trust. Coldwell Banker. They do real estate with higher standards and have been guiding people home since 1906.
Lacrosse tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling, call Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. That's KENADY Group.com. Also by Les Schwab, having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop on by today. Hey, a reminder that we have more sports coming up next week here on the NCWLIFE Channel. First baseball broadcast of the year coming your way next Tuesday as Wenatchee plays host to West Valley. We'll have that one on the stream live at 3:50 and then on TV at 6:50 on Tuesday night. And then April 2nd, Moses Lake at Eastmont Baseball with a single contest. Again, live with a stream at 3:50 and then on TV later that night at 6:50 right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. So it'll be Wenatchee ball, as I believe it'll be into the stick of Evan Mathena, number 2 on the far side. He was the man who had the ball when Wenatchee called the timeout. So they'll whistle it. He'll work off a pick out top. Needs to get it in the box, and he does within that 30-second time frame. So Wenatchee can slow down a little bit here, but I'll tell you, Chiawana has brought the pressure. Here's KJ Gilman. He's looking, but then is going to fake and then shoot and then score. Beautiful drive by KJ Gilman, looking right the whole way, took it all the way towards the net and scores from point-blank range. And that snaps a little spell for Wenatchee with 1:56 to go here in the third. So KJ Gilman, again, for I think out of the 5 games so far, at least 3 or 4 of which he has scored 3 goals in each of those, and does so again here tonight. Wenatchee up by a score of 11-4. Face-off, Fisher versus Zero. Fisher had it, lost it, but then right there, man on the spot, it's Cadell Velasquez. He will keep it alive for Wenatchee, get it in the box, and then look out that long stick coming as he tries to shoot, but then it's knocked off of his feet. The ball came loose. Wenatchee will pick it up, and the officials say to play on. Oh, hold on. Maybe they don't. I didn't see a flag necessarily. Okay. Not sure what they're going to say Wenatchee didn't get it in the 30-second time frame, possibly. So it goes over to Chiawana, and they will get back on the offensive set here quickly. Feed right side as the ball comes up into the stick of Zachary Thomas, who has a goal here tonight in this second half. They'll work it around on the perimeter. Zero with it. He'll go back to Thomas. He lost it. Good defense by Wenatchee as they come up with the ball again on the steal. And again, give credit to Evan Mathena for the good defense here for Wenatchee. Gilman, they look to pass it to him, but the ball knocked into the air sky high by the defense of Chiawana. And Zero comes up with it, and then he is belted by KJ Gilman and pay the price for it. Chiawana does get it inside the box. I believe they did. Yes, they did. And so Chiawana back on the offensive set as the time winds down with 45 seconds left in this third frame. Oh, hang on. Let me turn you back on here, sir. Yes, sir.
With a flag on the ground, Chiawana has the opportunity to hold possession and then have a no face-off.
So we should be out of that 2-minute time frame here of the penalty against Wenatchee. We've neglected to mention that they've been playing down a man, as the penalty moments ago was called against Farias. An unreleasable penalty, is that what you call it?
Yep, non-releasable.
Okay. Oh, now we've got another non-releasable penalty, and it looks like this is coming against Wenatchee, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Chiawana here. So let's keep it right here, Thomas. We'll go to the quarter break here in a moment. Kind of explain what might be going on here. I don't know if you saw it, but tell me what's going on here.
So what happened there, as far as I can tell, is Kenny Gilman, was playing defense as a clear was attempting to happen at about the 50-yard line.
Right.
Now, what I could tell is that when you're using your stick as a weapon, it cannot be held with two hands and anything different than a hand's grip in between, as far as your hands are placed.
Okay, so
otherwise it's called a cross check.
Oh.
Kenny did not put his hands touching together, putting his hands together to make a double fist as he was punching forward.
Gotcha.
You are not allowed to have your hands apart and use the stick as the contact.
Which is exactly what he did with Zero, and I mentioned that he paid the price for it. Well, also paying the price will be KJ Gilman on the penalty.
Well, that's what I'm asking of Brooks there, is to take those kinds of hits and then maintain his head. He knew he had a penalty, and instead of just putting his head down and running straight towards the goal, he made a smart play. They got a good shot off as far as they could.
Yep.
And then it just didn't turn out into anything, but doesn't matter. And won. Here we go, man up.
Sure. So that's, well, it'll be 2 minutes now. We've got 25 seconds left. Does that carry over into the next period as well?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And if Chiawana maintains possession or has possession when that final whistle goes off, there will not be a face-off.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I've seen that before. Okay. That's a good reminder for us.
As you go into a dead ball or to a quarter, as it would be, any quarter, any half, if you have a penalty and you retain possession, then the penalty extends into the next quarter. Now, what I would expect Chiawana to do is take one shot with one guy at backup. As you can see, there's somebody starting with the ball down there at the bottom corner. I can't see their number from my angle, but I expect whoever's down there to pretty much patrol that area, and they're going to take one shot for a freebie and then hold it for the next 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever it takes, into the next quarter.
Sure. So kind of looking at the last shots like in basketball.
Correct.
So I think that is Goosenhazen with it. I think that's number 15, but I could be wrong. It's getting late. My eyes are getting tired. They'll come outside to Zarate and look for some help inside. The ball loose on the ground. Wenatchee's happy just to let that time run down, and they're going to say Chiawana ball.
Interesting.
9 ticks left on the clock.
I would expect Chiawana to hold it here.
It's Zachary Thomas. That's 13 Zachary Thomas with the ball.
That's who it was. Yep.
So we're waiting on a whistle from the officials.
I believe the clock stopped. It should have already stopped. I believe it's a box issue.
Okay. Or can Chiawana just say, hey, we want the clock to run out here. We're going to take possession to start the fourth.
Yes, I believe that was a box issue there. Chiawana did do that. They were going to take one look, and then after that, they're going to maintain possession and then run out the last of those seconds.
Okay, well, that will be the end of our third period, and Chiawana will have the ball to start the fourth. Long way from over here, 11-4 our score. Wenatchee on top. You're watching Wenatchee Lacrosse tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. Oh. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen's a good option for me. The risk of addiction, it's not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
High school lacrosse tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, family-owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Also by Save Mart, Shop Smart, Shop Local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. With Thomas Bass, Eric Granstrom with you. They'll swap in, so Wenatchee will be going from right or left to right as we look at it. Chiawana defending the goal to our right, but Chiawana will have the ball to start because of a non-releasable penalty against Wenatchee's KJ Gilman. So not only are they down a man, is Wenatchee, for the next about a minute and a half, but they're also down one of their key players who's got 3 goals tonight.
That's correct. I mean, it was a good hustle play. KJ just had his hands too far apart. Absolutely illegal. We both saw it happen.
Yep.
And ref made the right call. Chiawana had a good opportunity to make a goal. Everybody's playing hard. It's game on now.
Zarate will have the ball out top to start this possession for Chiawana, as he'll collect it back from Duran. And a little bit high on the pass. And if you're Wenatchee, you're breathing a sigh of relief right there because they turn it over. Wenatchee will flick it back over to their goalie, Jax Matheson. And Jax Matheson, for my money, too, there, Thomas, his ability to pass with that giant net that he's got, that big stick, is pretty impressive.
Well, Jax is a, for no reason, former midi turned goalie. One day when he was a freshman, or I guess his sophomore year, he just said, you know what, I don't really want to play midfield anymore. I want to try goalie. And it turns out he's Qui-Gon Jinn. Out of nowhere. Just the guy can snag the ball out of the sky. He's a Jedi. He has faster hands than me, but he's right-handed.
Evan Mathena with the ball here on the near side, pestered by a couple of black jerseys as he'll work it around behind the goal. Mathena whacked upon by Zero as he'll flick it back out top to a teammate, as trying to dice his way around was McInnes. You get the first goal of the night for Wenatchee to tie it up at 1-1 back of the first. We're in the fourth. It's an 11-4 differential right now. Wenatchee on top, trying to win their 4th of the season. McInnes again working against that defender who comes out and gives him a shove. That's Zarate on the defensive side. And now, a little deke at a move. And then finally, KJ Gilman comes in, and Wenatchee's just trying to spend some time. Gilman into the game, will shoot. It goes off of a shin and then kicks out towards midfield.
Yeah, all McInnes there was trying to do is kill that time. Chiawana didn't have the wherewithal to double the ball and pressure while Wenatchee was man down on offense. KJ took the opportunity to...
Ooh, McInnes had that ball knocked away from him. You can hear the metal on metal there. Ooh. And now a flag will come down, and guess who? KJ Gilman, who just came back in the game, will have another flag come his way. Meanwhile, Chiawana still on the offensive set as they will get a shot, and it will go wide and right from Raymaker, looking for his 3rd tally of the game, and we'll see what the official has to say. But again, it looked like his hands were apart instead of together on that stick.
Yes, sir. It's exactly what happened. Cross-check. Okay. The first time he went through, his hands were apart and it rolled up into the head. It's why you teach people to hit into the hips, and then it comes up into the chest.
So this one, a little less of a penalty. It's a 1 minute instead of 2 minutes.
Correct. And the main reason is the same exact principle happened. His hands are too far apart, but the first time it technically made contact with the head, which is immediately going to be not okay. Sure. We do not aim for the head. Whatever.
Yeah, player safety, number one.
Right. And again, he was doing the same thing, just hustle, bang, bang play. He's not malicious. It is illegal. You cannot roll up onto somebody's head. Aim for the hips. You roll into their chest. If you hit them in the chest, that you roll up into their head.
So it'll be Thomas, I believe, back behind on the right side, on the far side of the field, as he'll flick it back across your near side, as Chiawana will work the perimeter here. Wenatchee again playing a man down. We'll try to sag back in a little bit and just help defend things for Jax Matheson back there in goal. Pass off to Raymaker. And the ball knocked away and turned over, and coming up with it again for Wenatchee is Cadell Velasquez. Man, that guy has had a great game for Wenatchee once again. And trying to get inside the box. The ball was loose, knocked away for a moment, but then picked up once again for Wenatchee by Brault, who's got a couple of goals tonight. Brault will spin, get whacked, and then pass the ball outside as he'll get some help from his teammate Stowe McInnes.
And yet again, right now, Wenatchee is not doing anything except for just killing the penalty. Penalty is about to be released. They have possession. Why would you pressure? Here we go.
And KJ Gilman will come back in again. Last time, McInnes fed him, and then he made an attack right at the goal right away. So they'll exchange the possession with 8:31 to go. Is this also a little bit of a scheme here for Wenatchee to just try to eat some of this clock since they've got a big lead here in this game?
Yes, it is in a sense, but they're going to take their best shot, as you can see coming down the pipe right now.
Evan Mathena will go left side of the pass, and a shot and a goal from outside. This time connecting. It's Theron Sorum for Wenatchee.
See, the thing with that is, again, you were right when you're saying you should kill the clock. You should sort of eat up some time. At this point in the game, you don't take anything but perfect shots, anything but perfect offense as far as you're working on yourself. That was textbook. He drove to his right there and set up with a right hand on the left side of the field. In stride, hit him in pass, right into his shooting formation. Didn't have to stop, didn't have to stutter step. Caught the ball in his shooting formation and then released it. Goalie's going to get screwed on that every time.
Well, that's like an alley-oop in basketball. I mean, it's just feed me.
That's exactly what it is. It's putting the ball in their shooting motion. It's almost as if you could hit, Steph Curry in, if you could pass it to him at the top of his forehead. His hands are at his forehead. Could you imagine how quickly that could release?
Right. Get a whistle here, and they will say possession here to Chiawana. So excited. Hiccups have overtaken me here. I'll be all right.
It's all right. I'll scare you here in a second. Rawr.
Chiawana with the ball as it's Misek trying to get inside the box, but he's pestered. Dropped the ball. Picked up by Wenatchee. Here's a feed ahead. Wenatchee with the numbers, the 3-on-3. That'll slow it down. Will KJ Gilman. Now he'll penetrate. Look. Turn. Shoot. Ooh, it hit a stick and then picked up by the defense. He did that moments ago. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not KJ. With the ball there on the shot for Wenatchee, it was McInnes. Stowe McInnes doing his best impersonation of KJ Gilman. Well, 26 and 25. They're close on the number.
I was going to say, as they're twisting and turning, also KJ and Stowe having a very similar playing style.
Yeah, and you can tell.
I haven't coached both of them for 4 years, 5 years. I'm having a hard time telling the difference.
Well, and Stowe, a sophomore, learning from the senior and imitating him well. And here's a shot to the goal by Chiawana, as coming up with it this time, right on the doorstep, Esteban Zarate.
Just a big right-hand cranker. Matheson in there that close with an on-hand shot. You just got no chance. That's the way lacrosse goes. Small ball, big net.
Makes it a 7-goal differential. Once again, 12-5 our score. 7:17 to go in this contest. Again, it'll be Fisher out on the face-off for Wenatchee. I'm trying to figure out who that is for Chiawana. It is Hammer, Brody Hammer. And what a great name for any sport.
No kidding.
Brody Hammer.
No kidding.
Wenatchee wins the face-off, and they work it on the offensive set here, and then kind of going around the world himself before he brings it back out on the pass where Wenatchee was Brault. Derek will give it up to his teammates as Graves will toss it over to the far side. And with the ball is Johnson, Carter Johnson, sophomore, in there for Wenatchee. Wenatchee works it on the perimeter. And see, this is where, you get to the point as a broadcaster, yours truly, where you want a mascot. Because saying Wenatchee, sometimes you want to mix it up and say the Sturgeon.
It's got too many syllables too. Is the other thing. You can't have a name that's three syllables.
Yeah,
because when you say 1, 2, 3 Wenatchee, you say 1, 2, 3 Wenatchee. It's like if you just had like wolves or dogs or
something quick,
cougs, huskies.
Yeah, I guess Ogopogo wouldn't work.
No,
too well.
Exactly the point.
All right.
It's why I only if you've got a 3-syllable name, I do not learn it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I got you. I got you.
As a coach, when I'm yelling to you on the field.
Then Sasquatch, you just call him Squatch. Right?
Exactly.
Oh, see, I got
Squatch
you.
on 3. 1, 2, 3, Squatch.
Maybe that's the future.
Well,
okay, Thomas is starting the petition drive right now.
Yeah, that's right.
To call Wenatchee the Squatch.
Or just Pogo.
Pogo. Oh, yeah, there you go. That kind of
Po on
works
3.
quick.
1, 2, 3, poo.
Oh, Po.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. As time winds down here, under 6 minutes to go in this one, hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. And if you're not, well, by gosh, you're missing out. So Wenatchee ball, as they work it around on the perimeter, Owen Graves with the blue shoes. They work it back and now in for the cutter, and the ball got off of the stick and then loose on the ground. As coming in was Johnson. And now a big hurrah from the Wenatchee sideline as they had a nice battle for the ball, and it will be Wenatchee ball.
Yep, and what happened there is, again, the ride. When the defensive team takes possession of the ball and is trying to move it to their offense, the offense is now playing defense. And, again, that doesn't make any sense as I say it. But what happened there was the ride, and Owen made a big play.
Here's a drive and a shot and a score. Goal this time for Wenatchee by Owen Graves.
Now, that's his goal from top to bottom. That ball was supposed to be transferred from the Chiawana defensive side to the offensive side. Owen Graves did not go for stick. He did not go for the ball. He played the Chiawana player to the sideline, hit him in the hips. Ball came out. He then started the ball, just took it right down the middle and scored. That's all his goal from front to back.
So that's 3 tonight. You still call it a hat trick in lacrosse? Okay.
That's absolutely right.
All right, we'll go for that.
Yeah. Throw your hats out, boys.
So KJ Gilman with a hat trick tonight, and Owen Graves also with a hat trick for Wenatchee.
That one surprises me. He's normally a defensive midi. Mm-hmm. He just capitalized.
Yeah, so Owen, by the way, we were talking about that, for Wenatchee, came in with just 1 goal on the season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He doesn't play offensive midi generally. The fact that he's got a hat trick tonight is
he had
pretty awesome.
way more ground balls than he did offensive stats at all. So.
And that's his job.
Yeah.
But tonight, again, I loved playing defensive midi just so that I could hit somebody like it was football. But then I was also the closest person to the goal whenever there was transition.
Sure.
I'm the midi up on top of the field. If I pick up the ball, it's me and one attackman.
Well, that's true. Here's a shot for Chiawana. They miss it high, but they maintain possession. Good positioning back behind the net here for Chiawana. As, getting knocked around with a ball. It's loose out front. And a good job by the defense of Wenatchee several times tonight. They just helped out whoever's in goal by just not allowing those free shots in close.
I mean, it's a goalie's best friend is their defense. I work for Wenatchee Valley Brewing. Shout out there. I have a beer referenced and named after every defensive player that's ever played for me. It is called the Long Stick Lager.
Nice. Okay, we'll have to go down and sample that.
Yeah, you and I can come together.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, we'll do that.
I'm on it.
We'll do that. Wenatchee, ball loose, and we got a scrum out there, and it's still loose on the ground. And this ground ball, well, they're still fighting for it. And Wenatchee comes up with it, and then bang from behind, a flag comes flying in. Wenatchee gains the ball, and so they'll let play go on here as it was against Chiawana. Spinning out top with the ball, trying to make a move is Brault, and they'll go back behind here. And this is where you don't want late things to get a little bit out of hand here, and the officials will finally blow the whistle here as we'll get the penalty called against Chiawana.
Yeah, at this point, it's all about control of the game. Only 3 minutes, 38 seconds left. Not saying that any game is ever over, but if Wenatchee plays their cards right and is smart, they should be able to just pass it around, work out their offense, do a few more things, and put this thing home. Chiawana did a heck of a job with low numbers trying to make this game happen. But honestly, I don't go to tournaments with less than 15 guys out there.
And is this the first time they've had a penalty tonight? I think so.
I believe this is Chiawana's first penalty.
Just a 30 seconds against Brooks 0. So Wenatchee a man up here. We'll see if they become a little more aggressive. Just a 30-second violation. Wenatchee with the man up. Gilman passes outside. The ball knocked around and then knocked away from the stick of Brault. It's loose, and this is where you could get a quick shot. KJ Gilman comes up with it, doesn't take the shot. He'll back away, look for some help, goes out front, ball loose, and a score, and a beautiful feed and shot. And Jaron Larson with his first goal of the season.
There we go, Jaron. That's what you needed to do, buddy. Good feed from KJ down at X. Brault had an opportunity to start that possession, but he was a little too close when he set up. The defender was able to be on him. If he was set up about 5 yards away, he would have had that shot. Wenatchee was able to retain possession, work it around, and then work the man up, and then get that obvious goal right there. Cranker, full hand, nobody in front of him, put it at the goalie's feet. That thing was probably moving 80 miles an hour.
That was a beautiful assist by K.J. Gilman from behind the net, too. And that's tough for the goalie, too, because you got to look behind you and in front of you all at the same time.
It's a 170-degree turnaround. You've got to jump and turn around as if you're, you're Travolta, dancing or something. No, I'm not kidding. It's a 2 feet in front of you, and then you got to jump and spin 2 feet in front of you the other way, and then track something moving as fast as a baseball from a pitcher to a catcher.
Good defense here by Chiawana. Knocked the ball free as Brooks Zero is back in. He'll collect it at midfield, take it inside the box, take it all the way himself, spin, shoot, and Jax Matheson there with the deflection to knock it away.
Again, right there, I don't want him to take that shot. You've got the attackman on the wing. You're drawing 3 guys. Keep your eyes up. I know you're tired. I know you're frustrated. You're coming off the field right now and being exhausted. I know, buddy. You've got to understand that guy was open on the wing.
Chiawana again with a shot, and Matheson's going to scoop this one up as it died right behind the net. As we're 2:26 to go, looks like Wenatchee's going to get their 4th win of the season to improve to 4-2. And really part of this schedule has been advantageous. It's been a lot of home games here to start the season for Wenatchee here at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. Beautiful stop, spin, move, shot, and goal. Another one tallied for Stowe McInnes. Give him the hat trick on the night.
All right, is that 3 Hatties all the way around?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, you can't take anything away from them. I mean, if you're going to catch and throw this ball, you can earn it. That's just the way it goes. Small ball, big cage, also small sticks. It's hard to throw that thing around. If you can do it, you got to stop him if you don't want it to happen.
Most offense in a game so far this season for Wenatchee now with 15 goals on the night. Their other biggest output was against Kamaikan in a 12-6 win earlier this month. And a beautiful job on the face-off and a win for Wenatchee. And quickly a shot, and it will go in for the goal. How about that? Winning the face-off and then getting this goal was Caden Ruiz, his 2nd goal of the season. Hey, the Cashmere Bulldog comes through.
That's right, freshman from before. I had him last year. I'm looking to get him some varsity reps. It's actually impressive, but that is exactly how quickly a goal in this game can be scored. If you're down by 4 or 5 with 5 minutes left, you can do that 4 or 5 times in a row. I've seen it done over and over. This game is fast. This game is brutal. Ruiz just came up with a great chance to get a goal for the young freshman.
We're going to take a break. We get a timeout on the field. Wenatchee in charge, 16-5 our score. We're back after this here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Our broadcast here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, authentic Hawaiian barbecue, Hawaiian Loco Moco Plate, Japanese-style ramen, and bubble tea. Stop by at 1450 North Wenatchee Avenue today. Also by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Along with Thomas Bass, Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel after the timeouts. Wenatchee in charge here, 16-5. But you mentioned, Thomas, like we just saw, matter of seconds, a goal can happen here in lacrosse, and that's why it's so exciting.
Oh, it's the fastest game on 2 legs. It's basketball meets hockey meets on a soccer field. It's how it works. Imagine being able to tip-off after every basket in, basketball. You're going to surround one super tall guy to win the face-off and then give him 4 shooters. Make it take it. That's just Wenatchee's game plan this whole game.
I got to give credit to my wife, actually. When we first started dating, her son was a senior in high school and played lacrosse for Stanwood. And they were coming over to Wenatchee, and she found out that we do broadcasts, and I was involved in the sports and things like that. And she says, well, do you guys broadcast lacrosse? And I said, no, I know nothing about it. We ended up broadcasting the game, Wenatchee against Stanwood, that weekend, and I immediately fell in love with the sport. I'm like, this is awesome. I love this. I love watching this. I love calling this. It's a lot of fun.
Well, you do a great job of calling it. I'm not blowing smoke. It's a difficult game to understand, and I'm making it more of a thing for everybody else who's watching.
Chiawana takes a shot, and right there, man on the spot again, Jax Matheson, as he comes up with the save, and then we'll clear things out for Wenatchee. Now, it got loose, and here is their man who wants to score. He tries to score. He does not. What a stop by Matheson. Holy cow.
Now, that is an elite player versus an elite player. Matheson should not clear it to that side, but also, again, I want him to slow it down. I want him to make a smart shot. He had 2 guys in front of him and a goalie all over it.
Brooks Zero was, again, the guy who tried to make the stop. This time, they will not stop the attack for Chiawana. And it looks like 21 on the goal for the visitors. And Raymaker with another goal here with 48 seconds left in the contest.
Great speed, great acceleration. I guess at this point in the game, you're just trying to shoot it. I said that, Brooks should slow it down at 1 minute. I take that back. Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Put it in the back of the net, right there.
Yeah.
But
what a stop again. We've seen some great goalie play on both sides tonight.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
The first half and by Jax Matheson here in the second half for Wenatchee as well.
Yeah, Waller has taken a shelling, but he's still in there, smart, playing hard. That ball hurts like the dickens, and he's still not giving up after 15 goals given up.
A little high on the pass here is being pestered with the ball for Wenatchee was Derek Brault as they'll lose it out of bounds on a turnover here. 31 seconds left in this one. We will have a postgame here on the NCWLIFE channel, so hold on. We'll talk to a coach. We'll talk to a player as well. Coming up here on the NCWLIFE channel. I know the coach likes to get the players over and thank the fans, so it might take a little bit for us to get all that taken care of, but we'll have that here on the NCWLIFE channel. Wenatchee trying to get one more shot here before it's all said and done. 8 seconds, 7 seconds as the time winds down, and now they will say, okay, that's it, we're done, and it is. And a 16-6 win here tonight on the home field for Wenatchee over Chiawana. We'll take a break and come back. We'll get you post-game coming up here on the NCWLIFE channel. Don't go away.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
It's a great time to go into the medical profession. And this is the perfect place to start, because this is going to provide you that basic understanding in order to get into medical school, physical therapy school. So when you are ready to head on your career pathway, wherever it is, then you've already had some experience and say, oh, it's so cool. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, you're going to leave me with 13 college credits and a license with the state of Washington.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
And welcome back once again here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel, where Wenatchee knocks off Chiawana tonight in high school lacrosse by a final of 16-6. The tallies in this one for Wenatchee came, well, not so early. In fact, it was a 1-0 lead for Chiawana as Zorro was able to get the first tally at 7:08, but just about 15 seconds later, Stowe McInnes came up with the game-tying goal for Wenatchee. In fact, he would score 2 in a row to put Wenatchee up at that point by a score of 2-1, but with just 26 seconds left in the first quarter, it would be Chiawana that would find a tally as Raymaker gets the first of 4 goals on the night for Chiawana to tie the game at 2-2. But that was basically as close as it was get, as Wenatchee was able to go into the half with a 9-2 lead as they scored 7 unanswered in that second quarter. They'd come out in the third, and Chiawana would do battle. In fact, they would be equal in the third quarter, 2 goals apiece, but Wenatchee down the stretch just too much as they get the win tonight by a score of 16-6. And again, had 3 players with 3 goals each tonight. KJ Gilman, who I think we're going to try to get on the postgame show coming up, coming up with 3 goals for Wenatchee. Also 3 goals on the night for Owen Graves, and I believe it was 3 goals as well for was it Theron Sorum, who also had 3 goals tonight here for Wenatchee? I believe so. So, well-balanced offensive output for tonight for the Wenatchee squad. In goal, first half, great job in goal for Wenatchee by the youngster. Oops, I got Chiawana's roster here, but it was by Cass in that first half, and then Jax Matheson in the second half, as Wenatchee would get the win here to get their 4th win of the season. Again, 16-6, the final here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll take a break and come back. We've got Coach Parker going to join us, and I believe KJ Gilman will join us as well as we continue next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Coldwell Banker, their people, their company are cut from a different cloth. They see, hear, sense, and feel things that other people don't. They have a unique appreciation for the thing called home. Because of this dedication, Coldwell Banker has thrived for over a century. This is why they are ranked #1 on Agent Trust. Coldwell Banker. They do real estate with higher standards and have been guiding people home since 1906. Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Post-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and joining me is KJ Gilman. We could have talked to a lot of guys tonight, but, you know, I wanted to we only get a couple of broadcasts for lacrosse this year, and KJ's had a great season so far. Let's talk about this early part of the game. You had some wide-open looks that didn't go your way, but you stuck with it, and you got an assist first. Talk about that first quarter for you.
I struggled a little bit with catching the ball, but later on, I kind of fixed that up a little bit. I really wanted to get a lot of my teammates some goals this season, and so I was just trying my best to help them out.
Talk about this for you guys as far as, you know, you got a team that comes in tonight, and they're limited on the numbers. You got plenty of guys in the game tonight, and kind of a battle of attrition. Did you think that with all the reserves you guys had, you'd be able to pull this one out no matter what?
I had a little bit of confidence because their goalie is a long stick, so they didn't have their goalie today.
Well, for a guy that, doesn't play a lot, I mean, he was pretty good. He made some good stops.
Yeah, he had some amazing saves, but I think they really put up a good fight. They had us in that first quarter, but we got it together.
What's it mean for you to hit a guy who's, in fact, I got you guys confused a few times, 25, 26, but a guy like that who's a sophomore, to get him 3 goals tonight as well, that's got to feel pretty good for you.
Before the game, he said he was going to get 3 goals so then he can get a chocolate milk.
Oh, is that the deal?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But you're kind of old hat at this whole 3-goal a game thing.
I try my best whenever it's available.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck the rest of the season. We're going to see you here in a few weeks, I think, against East Valley or something like that. But keep up the good work and stay healthy.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. KJ Gilman joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back and talk to his coach, see what the coach has to say about this player and his team coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the Move meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now. I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
One more time around here at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, where Wenatchee knocks off Chiawana 16-6. Now talking with Brandon Parker, head coach, and you got everybody in tonight, and you got some valuable game time for everybody. I think I had 3 players with hat tricks tonight. Got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it was a great game, and we got everybody in the game, even some of the freshmen, and our younger goalie started off. He played well. Everybody hustled the entire time. They have a great team. Chiawana's always had a great program. They have a great coach. They battled the entire time, so it was a great game. It was a good game for us to accomplish some things we've been struggling with so far this season, and bringing some confidence into our next game this Saturday and the rest of the season. So
I just talked with KJ Gilman, and he had a rough start tonight and had some wide open looks, and it didn't happen for him. And his first real turnaround from that was, you could see the senior leadership, because he gets an assist and then he starts scoring, and that just seemed to open it up for him.
Yeah, absolutely. They know KJ, and they've played. Some of these guys have played with KJ, so they knew they stuck some of their best players on him, and they were out to get him. And he struggled in the beginning, and then did come back as a good leader. And so he came into one of the huddles and said, "Here's what we got to do, and I'm going to step it up." And he started to look more towards the field, find guys, got a lot of assists to him. So, yeah, he played great.
Well, and I thought up and down the lineup, you got some really quality minutes for everybody, and seeing those youngsters come through, and a sophomore come through with 3 goals as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm proud of that. They really played great, and it's good momentum for the future. So, and one thing I forgot, my mom's watching in San Diego, and I had to do the thing. Hi, Mom. Hope you're doing well in San Diego. I'm glad you're watching the game tonight and supporting us. So, it was just a good day, great day for everybody. So, and you could hear them cheering over there. They're all positive, and that's good. And it's why we do this. We coach to grow these young boys into young men, create good teamwork, and good friends, and do well for the community. So
and it's fun to be back around you guys and get a chance to get the broadcast on and to be around this family, because you certainly feel that whenever I'm around you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, every time we end our huddles over there, it's 1, 2, 3 family, and we really care about each other, and we care about each other's younger siblings and parents and family. Actually, one thing after the game, they all go over and thank the fans. They thank the officials. I mean, they're very respectful and happy to be playing lacrosse, and especially here in Wenatchee at this beautiful facility as well. So I think we represent the community well, and we've got good kids and great sport.
Well, we look forward to being back here one more time this season, and wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you again for doing this, and thank NCWLIFE.
You bet. Brandon Parker joining us here on the postgame show. I'll let you get back with the team and family and everything else. Brandon,
Absolutely.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Thanks to our crew here tonight, back in the studio, Malcolm Whitehall, Josiah Davison, and here on site, Dan Kuntz, to help with the line producing tonight. And our camera crew, we've got Tim Bernowski behind the camera right now. We have Cagney Fox, who's down on the other end. Matt Harrison up top, and that's going to do it. Thomas Bass, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. I'm Eric Granstrom. 16-6 the final. Wenatchee on top of Chiawana. Have a good night, everybody.
Johnny Vega into the box. Johnny, go, 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 go.
Thanks for watching today's coverage of spring sports here on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Today's broadcast has been brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air, and Gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Inland Northwest Honda Dealers, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Be sure to tune in for sports year-round here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.